So, great to see you guys. I'm going to ask you, Xavier, before we start, how much has happened since you stood here this time? It's a year ago you were stood here. What's happened since then, mate?
It's been a bit of a mad year. I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking what has really changed this year. We've kept on doing a little bit more. We keep getting asked for more food, more tech, more furniture. But I think what's really changed to 12 months ago is just the strength of the ecosystem that we've got with Don's Local Action, and that is schools, businesses, charities, people who refer clients to us, the stores that we stand outside, and it just feels like the community's charity, right? I mean, there must be the majority of this room have done something, whether you've donated, stood outside shops, given us laptops, done the London to Brighton ride, slept outside a couple of weeks ago. It's an incredible ecosystem that we've got. The big headlines don't get any easier to swallow. 6.1% of UK households have experienced food poverty this year. What does that mean? It means that 6.1% of our population has not been able to eat for an entire day due to money. When you look at different groups, that's 24% of NHS workers. That is 1 in 5 school teachers. So they're pretty astonishing statistics. So we do what we can, and we do as much as we can, and with this fantastic ecosystem, we do a pretty good job. But so we're at food delivered for 6.5 million meals, with 3,700 laptops, thousands of items of furniture. So just all I would urge you to remember is you might see us everywhere. You might see those blue and yellow hoodies and t-shirts and outside shops, 7 days a week. But don't think we've always got it covered, because we really haven't. There are times when it is incredibly difficult just to service the demand that we've got, so we need you to keep helping. But yeah, so a stronger ecosystem in summary, but we're doing pretty well.
Brilliant. Top man. Top man. Top man. Not Xavier in the suit. Top man. Now, Vikki, can you tell us a little bit about the role of the volunteers in the Don's Local Action Group?
So we have, since we started, over 3,000 people have volunteered with us. This year we've had over 1,000. On a typical day, remember this is 7 days a week, and we only have Christmas, Easter off. We have between 70 to 80 people a day volunteering, be it at our 10 stores, in the hub, delivering food, doing the admin behind the scenes. Now, what is quite magical about DLAG is we only have 3 paid employees. So imagine an organisation of this size with 3 employees. That is pretty magical. And you know what? Our volunteers can turn their hands to anything. As you saw tonight, we were running the bar. But that is the magic of DLAG. They will do anything they can do to make life better for those that need it.
Brilliant. Craig, good to see you, Craig. Craig, we could brighten up a room just by moving away from the window. Craig! Don't kill me, please. Craig! So why is it so important for everyone here tonight to support DLAG?
Firstly, I was meant to have a script, but I lost it to answer this question, so I had to just go from art. So basically, it's important because this year I've sent out 2 messages to our volunteers. The last message I sent about a week ago, I sent a video of our stock in our pub. We was low. We were at the most families, the most households we've ever had to support in the last 3 years, okay? So I sent a message out, a video of the hub, to ask our volunteers if they can fill out shifts all around the 3 boroughs. Suddenly, ping, 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 these shifts are getting filled. Our volunteers are absolutely unbelievable, I can't swear. So every penny you give us helps us. Because if we supply 28 partner organisations, food banks, charities that deal with domestic violence, refugees, anybody who needs food, we help them with food. If we struggle, the partners struggle, and there's a massive domino effect. And then we won't let that happen, we can't let that happen. The whole of Merton, Kingston and Wandsworth relies, and I'm not even straight, I'm not lying about that, they all rely on Don's Local Action Group and our support. So when the raffle people come round, buy a raffle ticket, silent auction, do whatever you can, leave a pound or drop a pound on the floor, have someone pick it up later on tonight. But it is, everything you do tonight is so valuable so that we can keep going. Okay, thank you.
There you go. Drop a 20 note, I think, drop a 20 pound note. He looks like one of the Mitchells, doesn't he? Hey, Peggy, that's it. So, Vikki, how do businesses help DLAG deliver its incredible impact?
So we have about 300 partners who work with us. We have Microsoft, we've had Unilever, we've had Sky. We also have a number of partners locally. So we have the fantastic Kappa. Without them, we would not have our hub. So we're so thankful to Kappa. We also have Premier Scaffolding. Every week in, week out, they fill those vans up with fuel. So thank you. We also have Able & Cole, who ensure that our clients get fresh fruit and veg. We really pride ourselves on the quality of our food. There's also a number of you in the room today who provide prizes for the raffle and for the silent auction and the auction. Thank you so much. Well, and lastly, without forgetting them, our partnership with the football team, with the football club. Many of the fans, our volunteers are into football. I'm not, but it makes a massive difference in terms of awareness, branding. So thank you, AFC Wimbledon, for all your support.
Thank you. And finally, Xavier. So, how do you see the next year working out?
I just see that the demand, it's only going to go one way. The demand for our food support, for our tech support, for our furniture support is going to increase, and it's how we deal with it. But we've got a responsibility. You don't have an ecosystem like we've got. Sorry for keeping using that word, I can't think of a better one. But you don't have one like we've got, with the amount of good people around us, with the amount of goodwill that we've got around us, without thinking we really need to push the boundaries on the support levels that we can supply. So yes, we're going to keep saying yes to people that need our help with those 3 core areas, but we're going to look at other things. And we're not guaranteeing that we're going to do them all, because we need you in this room, we need volunteers, but why shouldn't we look at musical instruments, sports equipment, books, trips for people who wouldn't ordinarily be able to go on them. You know, we can look at these things. We're good at what we do in terms of raising money, raising awareness. Let's do it. But also, really importantly, let's properly explore not just providing support for people in poverty, but let's really look at how we can get people out of poverty. Proper social mobility programs, getting the community pulling together and seeing exactly how powerful we can be. Because, you know, this room and our organisation is the envy of others, and that's not in a bad way. We work brilliantly with our partners. But if every community had a DLAG, the UK would be a much better place. So yeah, look, we know that we can count on us, and we know that we can count on you. So yeah, thank you everybody. But rather than us saying too much more, we just want to emphasise a little bit the ecosystem that we do have by putting up 5 representatives from different segments in the room. So to begin that, please, I think Chantel from Chantel's Community Kitchen. Chantel definitely already wins an award for the best dressed sleeper outers a couple of weeks ago. Her and her team were dressed absolutely brilliantly for the evening. Looked the most comfortable people in the entire stadium. So Chantel, tell us a little bit about our relationship with DLAG and Chantel's Community Kitchen and why it's important.
Okay, hello everybody, thank you. I'm so happy to be here today. Dons have been amazing at supporting us at the Community Kitchen from day one. How we actually came to find out about Dons was we bumped into one of the volunteers along the way who was making delivery to somebody, and I told that person about a community kitchen that I was opening in the Roehampton estate, the Alton estate in Roehampton, and that we needed support for groceries, for ingredients, to be able to cook for the community. He put us in touch with Tim, I think, then put us in touch with Craig, and that's where our relationship began. And every single week since that day, which was August last year, Dons have delivered to us every single week fresh ingredients to cook with and to provide to the community. Without their support, so many people go hungry. The impact that it has on so many lives is unbelievable. There's many people struggling, and their support enabled us to make over 300 meals every Monday and Tuesday to support the community, as well as a brunch cafe that we run on Friday, where we use some of the ingredients for that as well. We're really grateful for all the support that's been given to us by Dons.
Very much, Chantal. Thank you.
Chantal, fabulous. I'd like to bring Holly up onto stage. So Holly is one of our DLAG volunteers, so come on up, Holly. So Holly, what makes you want to give up your precious time to volunteer for DLAG?
I think the main part for me is that it's really unbelievably inspiring to see the impact that DLAG has on families and households in our community, and it's really, really special to be able to be a part of that as well. But the other part, and I think something that can be underestimated sometimes, is the impact that volunteering has on us as well as people. You know, some of our volunteers will book their shifts and work their shifts and go home feeling really, really good about themselves. And that's amazing. And a lot of other volunteers will get really involved in the DLAG community side of things, which is incredible. We have, you know, quizzes, afternoon teas for our volunteers, trips to the beach, nights out. We've built something really, really special within DLAG. And I think that's something that's also really, really inspiring. The charity works almost as hard on keeping volunteers happy and appreciated as they do on the community impact as well, and that's something really, really unique and very special.
Thank you, Holly. Fantastic. I'd like Ed from Able and Cole come to the stage. Yay! All that organic food makes you very sobriety on your feet. So Ed, what is it that Able and Cole value about the partnership with DLAG?
Yeah, I won't lie, we think you guys are the bee's knees, to be honest. I think we were looking for a charity, I think we were looking for a charity partner that when we say we want our communities to be better for our presence there, we wanted a partner that when we made a donation in fresh fruit and veg, or every pound spent, we wanted to see an immediate impact. That can only happen with a charity partner that operates with integrity, efficiency, transparency. And yeah, I mean, the day that you guys moved down the road from us, we thank our lucky stars for it every day. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Also, tonight we've got lots of store managers here, so unfortunately we can't invite all of you up. So Sati, who's one of the managers at Tesco's in New Malden, just like to ask Sati up.
Just while he's walking up, small side story. Sati and I crowd the touchline, pure coincidence, but our sons played in the same football team for many years. And that, I think, creates a pretty special bond, not to mention the work you're doing with Tesco.
Sati's son's a professional footballer and Xavier isn't. So Sati's, being at Tesco's, what does it mean having our volunteers, part of the community, volunteering outside your store with your permission?
Craig, when you and Xavier first came to us, it was an opportunity for us to help the community, and you know what, it was excellent. And for us as a store, being the Tesco New Malden is the biggest in London, and it was a great opportunity for us to help the community as well, not just to give a great shopping experience to customers. So for us, when we look at it, you know, if you ever come into Tesco and you see some of the customers, the generosity they show, sometimes I think they're pushing out these trolleys all of a sudden running away with them, but they're not. They're actually giving the guys, the volunteers that we've been talking about, and the stock they're giving, they don't really want to take the pictures. So sometimes, you know, for us as a store, for us, we want to say to take the pictures of the customers giving this large amount of stock, you know, the donations to the charity. But they don't want to know. And it's such a nice thing, you know, that we can be part of that. And the volunteers as well. I don't think, you know, every day we have the volunteers sitting there. So again, I think we should give a big round of applause to the volunteers, guys.
Thanks, Hattie. The next person and final person I just want to call to the stage is quite a new partner with Don's Local Action. It's Amy from Willington Stall in Wimbledon. Just so you know, we work with 185 schools across our 3 boroughs. We've given laptops to 144 schools for their families. And Willington are one of the latest to be working with us, so thank you, Amy.
I'm so grateful to have this journey and that Willington Prep are able to be part of this journey. We feel really lucky to have joined at such a special moment when there are over 180 schools. Just to give you a little snapshot into kind of what we're doing at Willington, we have Food Bank Fridays on the first Friday of every month. Now we have over 300 children. If everybody brings in one item, that's already gaining such a brilliant amount into that food bank. Next week we're singing carols at Wimbledon to raise money for the Dons, and then in the new year we've actually made visiting supermarkets and volunteering outside part of our co-curricular clubs. So working for DLAG is such an important part of our heart, and actually for our children it's helped us build that bridge that's sometimes missing in many of our schools. So thank you so much.
Thanks very much, Amy. Thanks everybody. Have a fantastic evening and please be generous. We want to grow and we want to deliver as much support as we absolutely can. Thank you to everybody.
The 3 legends, Xavier, Craig and Vikki.